Now, we've packed a lot in the last 90 minutes or so, and I've been very happy to listen to all the speakers, but also it's been a privilege to be your MC. We're going into the last session of the day, and we are going right back to Paris. As you all know, Mike Bloomberg brought together local leaders just before the Paris Agreement was signed, and he did so again 2 years ago in Dubai. So I'd like to welcome to the stage Mayor Antha Hidalgo, who was there at the start a decade ago, elected in 2014. She was present when the Paris Agreement was signed. Mayor, please welcome.
Your Excellencies, dear fellow mayors and dear friends, dear Patty, I'm happy to be with you today to open this panel, and I would like first to thank our host and very, very great friend, Michael Bloomberg, for the invitation, for his tireless dedication to raising the voices of cities and communities against climate change. Thank you so much, dear Michael Bloomberg. We can applaud him. Remember, Paris in 2015, for the first time, 195 countries agreed on a common framework to tackling global warming. We had clear goals, and the historic agreement was the result of international cooperation. It was based on collective ambition and shared responsibility, and also faith in a common future. In 2015, at the Paris City Hall, we were 1,000 mayors together. This summit was a symbol of determination of local authorities around the world in response to the climate emergency. Mayors were and still are the ones who act every day to fight climate crisis and to adapt their cities for the citizens. On that day, cities showed that they were ready to engage in the decisive battle against climate change, and also because it's very connected for a fair transition. 10 years after COP21, from Paris to Belém, cities have proved that the fight against climate change is first played out at the local level. Cities around the world, in the global north as well as in the global south, have showed incredible results. And the C40 summit the last 2 days have given thousands of evidences of what we made during the last decade. We improved the quality of life of our residents. We reduced our carbon footprints. We reduced air pollution within our cities. We build also solidarity with the most vulnerable of us in our cities. Cities around the world are acting and innovating, and over the past 10 years, networks of cities and local governments advocated and acted. They have enabled climate action to be structured, spread, and scaled up globally. It is now time for coalition between the North and the global South, between states, cities, and international organizations. CHAMP initiative is the framework we needed to work hand in hand with states and with the support of UN and UN Habitats. In Belém, we will have the opportunity to have 2 days of discussions on cities and local governments with member state representatives. We must take the opportunity to build a common and inclusive model. Now, I invite the participants in the round table to this discussion and to join me. Please Governor of Wisconsin, dear Tony Evers, Mayor of Belém, dear Igor Normando, and the director and my very good friends of the European Climate Foundation, dear Laurence Tubiana. Please join me.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Mayor Hidalgo, for that wonderful framing and opening. I'm really excited to have our three panelists today to reflect on that evolution and what's next for the future of the Paris Agreement. And each of our speakers has really, in their own way, helped shape it. So first, I'd like to turn to you, Laurence Tubiana, as a key architect of the Paris Agreement. What, in this moment in time, is most important to preserve of the Paris Agreement, and what must adjust in Belém to reflect today's climate realities?
Thank you, Antha. I'm very, very happy to be here. And let me remind one big memory, a very beautiful one, 1,000 mayors in Paris to ramp up ambition, energy, and it was an incredible moment to see all these people backing us into the last weeks and last days of the COP. And again, wanted to breathe in our joy today with I'm very relieved to have a good European commitment and the good news from US. So I think it's a very good day. You know, not all days are easy. We should celebrate. So, and that's the lesson. If we stand up, we can win this very difficult battle ahead of us. And Paris Agreement, just my last book, the name is The Climate is a Combat Sport. It is. It's a contact sport. It's never easy. There is a lot of course, adversaries, incumbents, industry, since in particular the invasion of Ukraine, they have gained force. So now we see on one side the Paris Agreement stays strong. You look at the numbers, you know them, energy, renewable energy, cost of batteries, etc. You look at, finally, the trend of emission even. We don't know what we will get out of this COP, but we have seen that in the previous decade before Paris, the emissions were growing by 18%. From Paris to now, they have grown only on 1.8%. So we have curbed the trend, so we can do it. And that, of course, many countries, many cities, many of what you're doing, you see this happening. So it's strong, it's a signal. Of course, we have now backtracking and political pressure again. It's my first time in life. I am just an old-timer in climate, almost 30 years. That's the first time I see such aggressivity, such violence against all the people that want to do good. So I do think it's really a moment to gather together because we need these trends, this connection. We need to support each other because the old sectors want to kill the clean transition and the just transition. So what I am very happy is that Paris, we offer the space for local authorities. But it was a place, and it is in the pillars of Paris Agreement, of course. In Dubai, we went much further, and it's really having Trump launch. I'm so really happy to have seen that and see that now it's the right moment because we are in Brazil with such, and you have listened to all of them, no fantastic political leaders at local level. What the force that can bring now the moment to have the local leaders at the table. So that's now, I think, a combat that I have every year. This year, I think we can have an outcome. This year, I think you can have the local authorities at the table in a new setting with a clear mandate that they are not only contributing to their national NDCs, but they are contributing to the long-term vision, but they are at the table for finance, for implementation, for advice, just to lead us to where, because you are the one now in these difficult times, and it is evident in US, but in many other countries, you are leading by example, and you are leading by your ambition. So I must say, today, for me, it's a very happy day. And thank you to be there.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Laurence. That's a nice segue to you, Governor Evers of Wisconsin. Having you here and representing your state is very significant. On your birthday, I might add. Everyone wish the governor happy birthday.
Happy days.
What a celebration.
We don't celebrate them much anymore.
I think you should celebrate with us. We'll celebrate you.
Okay.
You have said that climate action in Wisconsin is not about ideology, but rather about affordability, health, reliability. So can you say a few words about how you make the Paris Agreement real in Wisconsin?
Yeah, and it's been great. I love it. And thank you for your good work, too. As governor, I've set a goal for electricity consumed in the state to be 100% carbon-free by 2050, and we are on our way towards achieving that goal. Since taking office in 2019, we've reduced greenhouse gas emissions by expanding clean energy resources. In doing so, we created thousands of new jobs, lowered energy costs for families across Wisconsin, and invested in job training in innovative industries and technologies. We've also made great progress in our pledge to plant 100 million trees, that's exactly right, 100 million trees, and conserve existing forest land in Wisconsin by the end of 2030. Since 2021, we've planted over 42 million trees across the state and conserved more than 76,000 acres of forest. My administration has advanced clean energy through various actions, including the creation of an Office of Sustainability and Clean Energy and an Office for Environmental Justice. Together, these offices coordinate our state's work on clean energy and to ensure that all people in our state live in clean and healthy environments. We've also created a green bank, which we hope will finance clean energy deployment, clean energy technologies, and infrastructure to make our state more resilient. The exciting launch of a home energy rebate program that helps residents in Wisconsin reduce energy use and lower energy bills has been a great opportunity. Since launching the programs, over $2 million in rebates have been paid to Wisconsin households. Rebates assist families installing popular energy efficient measures, including air sealing, insulation, heat pumps for cooling and heating, and electric panels and wiring. So these are just a few of the ways we're building on our progress over the last 6 years to build a clean energy economy, and we're not taking our foot off the gas anytime soon. That's probably a bad way to put it.
The electric accelerator.
Yes, the electric accelerator.
That's good.
Despite the chaos coming out of Washington these days, our states will not be deterred from continuing this important work. We will keep advocating solutions to the climate crisis that safeguard Americans' fundamental right to clean air and water, create good-paying jobs, grow the clean energy economy, and make our future healthier and safer. Thank you.
That's wonderful. I'm hearing the significance of the inclusion of these voices in the process, the delivery of lower energy bills, clean air and water, protecting special places for the people in your state. I'm going to turn to you for our final remarks. Mayor Normando, the mayor of Belém and host of this year's COP. The mayor will speak in Portuguese, so please get your devices ready if you need those. And I want to ask you, Mayor Normando, as the host of COP, Belém embodies a new kind of COP, one that's collective and inclusive. And I wonder if you could say a few words about how the idea of this multi-RAU will come to life in Belém.
Bom, primeiro, agradecer todos que
First,
me
I'd like to
antecederam
thank
e dizer
everybody
que
that came
a
before
Amazônia
me.
é extraordinário
The Amazon
poder
region,
estar aqui,
and it's
porque talvez
extraordinary
seja a primeira
to be
vez
here,
que uma cidade
because maybe
da
it's the
Amazônia
first time that a city
esteja
in
sendo
the Amazon
protagonista
region
das
will be the host
referentes,
of discussions
inclusive a ela mesma. Porque durante
that
muitos
refer
anos,
to itself,
a Amazônia ajudou o
because the
planeta a
Amazon
respirar.
region helped
E hoje,
the
a
world to
Amazônia
breathe.
faz apelo ao mundo para que
To
nos
breath.
ajude
But now we have
a
an
viver.
appeal
E digo isso
It has to help us
porque
to live.
é fundamental.
Because
No momento em que nós
it's
estamos
so important at the
discutindo
moment that we are
a
discussing
nossa sobrevivência,
our
o
survival,
futuro de gerações,
the future
a
of
gente poder incluir nesse
generations. We
debate
can
aqueles que
include
ajudaram
in this
por muito
discussion
tempo
those
a
who
tantos
helped
povos. A
so many
Amazônia
people.
não é só
The Amazon
floresta
region
e
is not
também
only
não
a
é
forest
apenas
or
rios.
not
Na Amazônia
rivers.
tem pessoas,
In the Amazon region,
tem
we have
trabalhadores,
people, we have
tem
workers,
povos
we have
ancestrais que
indigenous
muitos
people,
e muitas das vezes
and many
foram
times
largados à
these
própria
people,
sorte,
they were
inclusive pela comunidade
completely lost
internacional.
for,
E hoje
and they
é
were
motivo de
invisible to
satisfação
the international
poder estar
community.
participando
So
efetivamente
it's
dessa
very
discussão. Não apenas como prefeito de
gratifying
Belém,
to
que
be
sediará a
part of this
COP30,
discussion.
mas sobretudo
Not only as the mayor of Belém, who will
sendo
be the
uma voz
host
de
of
resistência de
COP30,
tantos outros
but
prefeitos de
to be
cidades
a
amazônicas.
resistance
A vida
voice.
acontece na cidade.
Life
Muitas das vezes as
happens
cidades
in
são
our city,
esquecidas
and
das
sometimes
grandes
cities
discussões.
are
Belém se
forgotten.
mobiliza para a COP30,
Belém is
abrindo
mobilized
espaço
for
de forma
COP30,
democrática
and they are
para
opening
todos
the
aqueles
space in a
que querem de
democratic
alguma
way
forma
for those
contribuir
who want
com
to
este debate.
contribute
Mas,
to this
sobretudo, saindo desse
discussion.
debate
But
com a
apart from
compreensão
the
de que
discussion,
todos
they
nós
have to,
temos grande
to
dever
understand
a
that
zelar
it's our
a partir de
duty
então. Muito se foi feito
that
até
we
aqui.
have.
Nós
We did
precisamos
many
de
things,
medidas
but we
mais
still need
rápidas,
fastest
pragmáticas,
measures,
factíveis de serem
pragmatic
realizadas.
measures.
Nós precisamos, e eu
And
digo
we
isso
need
com
to
toda a
put this
clareza,
in action.
inclusive representando
And
talvez
I'm
prefeitos e
representing
prefeitas
mayors
do mundo inteiro.
from the whole world.
Muitas das vezes,
Many times,
as cidades são as
cities
últimas a serem
are the
olhadas.
last
Muitas
to
das
be
vezes,
seen.
primeiro se fala com
First,
chefes de
we
Estado,
talk to
com
the
governadores,
mayors,
com
to
todo
the
respeito,
governors,
e depois se
and
fala com a
after
cidade.
we speak
E
to
é na
the
cidade que a
cities.
vida acontece.
But
Se a gente
life
quer
happens
preservar,
in the
se a gente
cities.
quer
If you want to
ter mais
preserve
qualidade de vida para a
lives,
nossa população,
if
é
we want
fundamental
better
que a gente
quality of
possa
life
fazer
to
diálogo
our
com aqueles que
citizens,
cuidam
we
das
have to
cidades das
dialogue
pessoas.
for those
Preservar
who
um
live in the
ambiente
cities to
se
preserve
faz
the
só com
environment
discurso, se faz com prática
We
e
have to
tudo de forma muito
practice
transversal.
in a
Porque quando você
transversal
fala de
way.
urbanismo, você fala
When
de
we speak
preservação.
about urban
Quando você fala de
planning, we
saúde,
are speaking
você fala
about
de
preservation.
Quando você
When we
fala
speak of
de
health, we
desenvolvimento
speak of
econômico sustentável,
preservation.
você fala
If we have
de
a
preservação.
sustainable development,
Belém,
we speak
nesse
about
momento,
conservation.
passa a ser
And
a capital
Belém
do mundo com a
will
COP30.
be
E
the
é em
capital
Belém
of
que
the
nós queremos
world during
transformar
COP30.
em grande
So
case
Belém
para o
will
mundo
be
todo.
a
De
big
uma
case
cidade
for
que
the
tem
whole world.
desafios como qualquer
It's a
outro centro
city
urbano,
who has to
mas
face
que vence
challenges
esses
as
desafios
any
com
other urban
resiliência, com
center,
resistência
but
e também
it
com
overcomes
propostas
this with
assertivas
resilience
e também de
and
forma
with
de todos, porque não adianta
assertive
falar em união,
proposals.
falar em preservação,
We have to
falar
speak
em
about union,
falar em
preservation,
grandes mudanças se
and
nós não
big
nos juntarmos.
changes,
Então, esse é
and
um
we have
momento
to be
importante e
together.
que quero
This is an
aproveitar para fazer
important
grande
moment,
apelo.
and I
Grande
have to
apelo à
appeal to
comunidade
you,
internacional.
appeal
Como
to
disse
the
anteriormente,
international
se
community.
fala de Amazônia,
We speak
mas não
about
se
the
discute
Amazon
o povo
region,
da
but we
Amazônia.
don't
E essa
discuss
COP
the
será,
Amazon
sem dúvida
people.
alguma, um
And this
momento de nós
COP30 will
discutirmos
be
o
the
povo da
moment
Amazônia,
to
o povo da
discuss
floresta, aqueles
the
que vivem e
Amazon
preservam,
people,
que precisam
forest
ser
people,
olhados com
those
mais
who have to be seen
sensibilidade e
with more
compromisso
sensibility
daqueles que
and commitment
discutem
from those who
essa
discuss
temática. E
this
aproveito
theme.
também
And
para dizer, e
I
aí de forma
have
muito
to
pragmática, sem fazer
really
nenhum tipo
tell
de
you
discurso,
in a
nós
pragmatic way,
precisamos sim
we need
ter mais acesso
to
a
have
financiamento,
more access to
a fundos de
funding,
filantropia,
to
que
philanthropic
consigam, inclusive,
funding,
financiar
to
projetos
be able
que
to fund
garantam não
projects
só
that
mais acesso às
guarantee
comunidades,
more access to
saneamento
communities
básico,
of
acesso à
basic
saúde, acesso a
sanitation,
desenvolvimento econômico, geração de
health,
emprego e renda, como uma
generation
forma
of
fundamental
jobs
de
and
garantir
revenues
para que esses
to
povos
guarantee
possam
that these
sobreviver.
people can
Então,
survive.
agradeço e
So
quero
thank
fazer
you
grande
so
convite a
much,
todos
and I
e a
want to
todas.
invite you
Venham a
all,
Belém,
come to
conhecer a
Belém
capital da Amazônia,
to
a
know
capital
the
da floresta.
capital of the Amazon region.
Thank
Come
you
to
so much,
Belém.
Mayor.
Thank you.
We look forward to seeing you in Belém. And I think what we've heard here is Paris provides the really important framework, and Belém points the path forward through the inclusion of local leaders. So a round of applause for our wonderful panelists. And I'd like to invite Mayor Hidalgo back to the stage for our final declaration. Thank you. I think we wait here.
I'm very, very happy today that we are going to Belém with the letter from local leaders. The best of the local leaders has endorsed this letter. I will express our willingness, our commitment, our proposal, and our hope too. And please, may the COP in Belém be a success, thanks to the leadership also of the President Lula. May it translate ambition into concrete action. May it mobilize real funding and build coalitions. Ladies and gentlemen, dear fellow mayors, it is time to take a new step forward. We invite all the leaders present to give concrete expression to this new collective commitment. 10 years after Paris, the world is looking to Belém, full of hope. Today, we have the opportunity to write a new page. Thank you so much.